Here's a brief history and guide to the Hijama cups and pumps on the market. Initially, the market was flooded with these type of cups with the green nozzle tops, then it moved to the red nozzle, and then it's moved to the orange nozzle with the white cap, and then finally the orange nozzle and the black cap, which is currently the best quality Hijama cup on the market. I'm not going to go into too much detail on the differences between each and every cup. However, those who are experienced will know that the cheaper qualities like this used to fall apart. This nozzle thing used to come out like that into the nozzle of the pump, and blood would go everywhere, and the patient would not be impressed, and the therapist would be, would have to put all this back together and put it back into the cup. So they made improvements to the cups with the green nozzle, and some of them added the little magnets inside the cups, which for Hijama therapists were of no use really, because we had to remove them, otherwise they get blood in them. Then the cupping industry moved to this standard of cup where the nozzle was not removable from the outside, so the cap that retained the nozzle was actually inside the cup, which prevented it from popping out like this, because the cap was actually inside the cup there, so you'd have to knock it out that way. So when it was being sucked, it would not fall out of the cup. So then the industry moved to this size cups with the orange cap, and here there is a difference in the glass and the quality of the cup. Now when you're performing Hijama on a patient for 30 minutes or 40 minutes, at that stage the quality of the cup really does matter, because it's what touches the person's skin, and this type of cup here is the one that we supply. It's thick and it's heavy. Basically, the thinner the cup, the more uncomfortable the patient will feel, as after a few minutes of having the cup under suction, the cup will start pressing into the skin and go deeper and deeper and kind of like dig into the skin. So obviously the thicker the cup, the less the patient feels of that. And clearly if a patient has 3 cups on or 5 cups on, and the duration of the Hijama lasts for a long time, then they will appreciate the 2 Hijama sessions basically with a good quality cup versus a not so good quality cup will feel completely different for the patient. Also, in the industry we used to have these 2 different Hijama nozzle types. The first nozzle, 2 types of nozzles. So you used to have this nozzle where this used to be really loose, and when you used to put it onto the cup, it used to kind of like come off on the cup. It used to become a very, very loose kind of like nozzle, and used to just come off like that, and then you'd be confused where to put it back on. Then we have this type of nozzle, which was a lot more sturdier than that, although it still sometimes does come off, but it's definitely a lot more sturdier than this type of nozzle. Thank you very much. Goodbye.